They told me you can't do that here, Beanie. It might sound good in one of your books, but this is a construction site. You can't build a learning environment here. But I didn't start with a touchy-feely feel-good program or some poster. It started with a shelf. One shelf, a few books, a marble, a cricket ball, and a football. That's how you build a learning environment. Not with noise, but with signals. Signals that say, we improve here and we think here. We actually give a about getting better together. Human beings don't just need motivation. They need a purpose, autonomy, and a shot at mastery. When you build that into your environment, your team will grow and they will improve. And what happens next is they start to own the change with you. You want to build your culture? Start with a shelf. Right. You've been watching these lives for any length of time and you're thinking, I'm doing this stuff out in the field, Bernie already, out in the paddock. I'm working on increasing that 10% value added activity. We're doing that, trying to get rid of the non-value added activity already. Understand theory of constraint. The speed isn't governed by the constraint, that we all need to create flow for the projects to be able to operate the way they do. But the people that run around with opinions, creating a lot of noise, they're the ones that are getting recognised. I'm getting walked straight past every day. My area is set up like you're speaking to. If you didn't see the story that I told the other day, that was Thursday, Friday, about demo. Guy that had all of these things in place was doing all the lean stuff for 6 Ps, was how demo was actually doing it. He was the who that the project needed, not the how. Forget about the how. Internet's full of how. Slow and painful. Lowest probability of working when you focus on how do we make the project better. Your project needs who's. They need you. You're probably thinking, what's the point? They just keep walking past me. I flag issues up early. No one listens. Okay? They can't see the signals from the noise. And maybe you're thinking that's just how construction is. Can't change it, Beanie. Can't do that here. I've had every dollar for every time I've been told couldn't do something on a construction site that I've done. I wouldn't be here running this live on LinkedIn on a Sunday afternoon. I'll be off having a beer somewhere. May feel like leaders are ignoring you on purpose and you just don't have, well, what you don't have is a way to point out the signals from the noise. I'm going to show you something that I'm building inside Construction School right at the moment. This is why this is the Construction School O&I brief. Tool that we're building inside there that's going to allow you to highlight the noise, highlight the signals. Your project manager is going to poke himself when he sees what you're going to be able to do, what you're going to be able to, how you're going to be able to highlight. Now, my mate Boo here calls the gap. Let's have a quick listen to what he's got to say.
I love this word gap. What I love about gap is everyone knows what a gap is. It's between 2 points. And in our world, we call it the execution gap, the gap between where you want to be and where you are now. And we box it as a zero emotion space. It just is what it is. It's reality. And the goal of a fighter pilot is to close execution gaps as quickly as possible. So when we start to think as failure, instead of looking at a failure as a failure and identify it as a gap, it immediately becomes less confronting, less of an issue. So execution gaps are what we close on the way to our destination. I love this.
We're going to close the gap. I'm going to give you the tool to be able to do that. Did I? No, I didn't. Pull ChatGPT up. Just let me get ChatGPT up so we can do our ORCA at the end of this. I'm going to show you right now something that I'm working on with Claude that's going to allow you separate the signals from the noise and highlight the gap of where things are going wrong. All right, well, we're going to need that one because we're going to copy paste the new prompt across. All right, so what I am building inside construction school. Just let me make sure. I'm building with Claude at the moment. This right here, okay? Every one of those, this is built off of Christian's book, Afterburner Advantage. They talk in there about having a cockpit, an execution cockpit they can look at for signals and not noise. Signals that we want to look for, we know from theory constraint that there are 12 causes of project failure. And then there are 9 rules that drive flow. How do we get that all into a dashboard that we can look at quickly and easily? And you can update from the field. Hold my beer. All right, so this is what we've been building. Let me show you. That's the actual dashboard. That will come live very soon. But let me explain to you how it does all of that. So we have a Trello board, which is what's known as an interface. Interfaces turn chaos, noise, into clarity. Not going to go into the fully in depth how this all works today, but I'm going to show you which element on this dashboard fixes what. So a Trello board, we pull a schedule in an Excel format, put all the tasks into a Trello board. What's going to happen in the schedule? We're then going to drive that to our tack plan. So we'll look exactly like we've got here. Okay? What I've done with my AI is worked out, this is not PF, it's not a productivity factor. This is project velocity factor. And it's based on quite a few different things, which I'm not going to go into right now. This is my secret sauce. What this number will tell you right here, having a quick look at it, will tell you, are we avoiding bad multitasking? These are the rules of flow in green. Are we controlling our works in progress? Are we triaging our priorities? Are we syncing our tasks, resources and people? If we're not giving enough time for a task to get done, are we increasing the time that's required? So we don't have to keep continuously going backwards and forwards. Are we driving to global optima? That one figure there, the way it's calculated, the way that I've worked it with my AI, will tell us all of that. It gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Between that tack plan there and that figure there, we've got 6 of the 9 rules of flow happening for us every single day. Down this bottom corner here, we're using the same type of heat map that they use on Skool. We're actually going to use the Skool platform to see what's the level of engagement with the people on our site. How many times they're doing an ORCA, how many times are they doing an improvement, how many times are they sharing their lessons learned inside Skool. What that does for us is mitigates 3 of the 12 causes of project failure. So it's mitigating our team skills, the support that we get from management on site, and the lack of incentives for people to actually get involved with doing these things, because Skool's got a number of really clever things that I've done that measure all of those. In the middle here, we're checking our handoffs, which is driven by our tack plan. That data feeds in there to tell us if our handoffs aren't at above 80%, then we've got poor planning and poor scheduling. So we're mitigating another 2 of the 12 causes of project failure in that box just there. Over here, we've got a full kit verification, which is going to be driven off of our Trello board. Our tasks in Trello will have a little checklist. Have we got the permits? Do we have the right people for the job? Do we have all the materials? Do we need any specialised equipment? Have we got the equipment ready to go? Does everyone understand it? Do we have a scope? Do we have a work pack? Do we need everything that we need to finish that task? Do we have it before we start? That will also help us avoid rework and it creates standardisation of how we do the work. It's going to make our handover from day shift to night shift one of our critical points where we lose time, particularly on shutdowns. It's going to do all that. So we've now got our 9 rules of flow. Between that box there and that box there, we've got that covered. We're tracking that on a daily basis. This is daily project delivery loop. Not weekly, not monthly, not once every 3 months, every day. We're pulling this data in. Then, because we're running our ORCA, which we're going to run in a minute down here, that means if we got someone that's been run on the project, it means we've got the right project manager in the right seat. We're tracking our project changes, following our ORCA sessions. All of these other things that we've done are managing our cost containment, and it's also an ongoing risk assessment every single day. What causes the results that we got. You can't have it just yet. I'm not finished. It's very close. If you want to be the first to get access to it or be able to use it on your project, jump inside of Skool. All right, while we're talking about Skool, we need to track our metrics for the last week. So our key figures, funnily enough, was engagement. So we had 26% last week, so that's stayed the same. What was our ranking? In discovery, we are 5,603. So we've actually gone down some positions. Can't math good. 4 is 30, 74, 77. We've dropped down in discovery. What I'm going to actually do in this dashboard, I didn't realise this till the other day, I'm going to track this engagement even more closely. So that's monthly, it's 26%. I'm going to go down to the daily. Daily active is pretty low. I want to get that up above. We've got 108 people in there. So I want 20 of them in there every day. So we'll work that out, see what that comes up to. And our weekly, we need to drive that up as well. Still not high enough. Need to get that peaks and troughs there. We need to find out why people are coming in and engaging and work on that. That's our key metric, which is driving a little board on here. We can update this from here. It's my little box. ORCA Wingman, we can start debrief. I've got to do something. I've got to buy some tokens, so I can do that. We can speak to get our response on there. This is all not wired up yet. It will be wired up by here, by the 30th, where we're going to run Claude live on LinkedIn. All right, let's go back to... They told me you can't do that here, Beanie. It might sound good. Stop talking, baby. We've heard that bit already. All right, so last ORCA session that we did went completely off the rails. The wingman went wild, but we completed the mission anyway. We have had our prompt writer write us another prompt, which we've got right here. Mind you, all of this is going very soon when we go across to Claude, and Claude does this way better. I've also got another wingman to test from Boo, the guy that you spoke to that we had the video of earlier at the start of this video, from Afterburner Advantage, Christian Burkosis. He's also going to agree he's going to come on, and one of these sessions we're going to do with him on that video that I played the other day, where we talked about one junior person changed a 250,000 person organisation. We're going to dig into that story a bit further. ORCA phase 2, all right. So what I actually did is I went copy pasted everything out of the last session, took it back to the Wingman Builder and said, man, your person went way off track, fix your prompt. So they've fixed the prompt. Let's see what it comes up with. Let's see how we go this time. Stop. Something's not working. stop and improve it. Exactly what we did with ORCA. After a good start. At least it's got the start prompt correct. Well, I do have a photo of the previous shift whiteboard. Yep, let me get it. P2. Yep. I'll give you 2 photos. You're going to say which one's which. Been to run live, publish LinkedIn. Mock's handover notes complete. Copy paste ready. Beanie 50 minutes. Was action 1 complete? Yes. Yes. I'll bring you back so you're not just staring at the board. Probably want to stare at the board rather than stare at me. Yes. So this is back on track again so far. What he's actually done is write some hard parameters around it so it can't drift and try and be helpful. Yes. So it's asked us, have we done our 3 tasks? So far, so good. What ORCA day number is this? 119. Was the date, time? It is Sunday, the 22nd of March, 2026. Time is 4:51 p.m. We're in Beanie's office. What is the objective? One only. The objective today was to set up a virtual assistant with Claude. Start the process of setting that up. Yes. What result did you get? So I managed to check the system. I watched the video by Nate Herc, and what I did was send it off to, I did a minimal amount of work myself, and I sent it to go pull a transcript of the video so that it could actually just go through all the steps. So I didn't have to sit there and work at all the steps and then say to it, do this and come back to me. I just said, here's his video, go and pull that transcript back and then come back and tell me what you need to do. So it's well and truly underway. You might want more specific. Yes, that's correct. Start a process underway by sourcing transcript and delegating steps from the video. What caused those results? I've done a lot of research already. I've been learning hard about how to implement Claude. I've prioritized that something that needs to get done every day because it is driving my, what we call it, my global optima, which is the Masogi we're heading towards, which is win the Skool games this year. Daily prioritization and prior research enabled execution. Is this correct? Yes. Actions. All right. Next lot. We need a pen, which we had, which I must have put down, and the whiteboard eraser. So we need to run a live tomorrow. Yep. 23rd, 23rd. Is that today? Not tomorrow. 50 minutes. Building. Claude. VA, Virtual Assistant. AA, Executive Assistant. Now, we have to change the times on those tomorrow because, shocker, I've got the wedges in. Board sliding all over the place. Because we've got some work on tomorrow, so that's going to be, run the lives, going to be, say, 5 p.m. and overnight's 5:30 p.m. and that will be 6 p.m. Right, the probability of doing those is, actually going to pull the probability back to 90% because got extra level of complexity given that we're working with a client tomorrow. Would have preferred to have done all that tomorrow morning before I go, but it's going to be too early. I'll park it till the afternoon. Give it that. It will transcribe. It will then ask us. Definitions are done. The live is published on YouTube and LinkedIn. Live is published on YouTube and LinkedIn. Transcription on ChatGPT is still at the minute. Handover notes. Handover notes are completed, ready to copy paste and give to Box. There's a Trello completed card in my Trello board that says I've done 50 minutes working on this. Objective, set up a virtual. This is not correct still. Box 1 summary. Results, setup process underway. Causes, dolly, prioritize. Yeah, that's rubbish. Go back to it. What I'm gonna do is I'll screenshot it. Go back to our prompt writer, tell them to do their job better again. Alright, so I'm going to give you 4 screenshots here, which is the part of the prompt where it says, what's your next lot of tasks? Upload a photo from the whiteboard, which I've done. Tell me what's wrong. with these. Tell me where your prompts drifted yet again. Sometimes you've got to do this a number of times before you'll get the prompt set right. This one was running well on drifted. I don't understand why. We did a lot better than this when we were less than 90 days. Where it broke specifically, it leaked user chat into final output. I haven't got time to read all of that. You've come up with a bit of rubbish there. I'll tell you exactly what went wrong. It took the whiteboard photo, then it should say to me, number one, what's the definition of done for task one? Then it should spit it out and say, is this correct? And confirm. It should do the same thing with number two and number three. And the two boxes at the end, how many times have I asked for you to put two different boxes there that I can just copy paste straight when I'm finished? All right, it'll go through and correct that prompt. I don't want to waste too much more time on that prompt. It's going anyway. We'll run Boo's prompt tomorrow and see what his looks like. Last one. That's the fix. Here's the corrected prompt. All right. When you're ready to see what we're doing inside Construction School with this here, our mate Mox. This board is designed for anyone running a project in less than 14.4 minutes per day, which is 1% of a 24-hour day, to be able to look at it. Hey, I've lost the camera. What's going on there? Nothing wants to work for me today. Turn him off, turn him on. No. Oh, we're back. Anyone to be able to have a look and see what the health of the project is in less than 14.4 minutes, 1% of the day. Want to see more about more of what I'm doing with that? Jump inside Skool, skool.com/scrum, SCRUM, /about. If you're not sure, just say Construction School invite in the comments. I'll flick it to you. Or if I go back to this one, just down there. There it is. Skool.com/scrum/about. Take it, use it, make it a great week. And we will speak again tomorrow. In today's world, incremental gains alone aren't going to cut it. Most teams are anchored to what they think is realistic. So they aim for a 10% gain and they call that ambitious. But as Joe Polish is famous for saying, if you want to make a breakthrough, sometimes you got to break some things. The first thing you need to break is what your team's anchored to, then find your real constraint and work out what moves the needle. If you want to see how I do that in the Unbox workshop, then here's a sneak peek.